We are here again, and since the weather is still very much nice and behind me kind of a very nice view, I feel so excited to talk about another issue that kind of bothers us as small creators. When I take a look at YouTube, I do feel like this issue is not being addressed enough. People are not talking about this issue. Perhaps YouTube is not aware, but I would doubt that YouTube doesn't know that a lot of small creators, they are putting in the hours, sweat, tears, and whatever comes in between. Small creators are putting in all this effort, and for some funny reason, YouTube algorithm kind of is ignoring us. Very demotivating, at least not for me, because I have come to terms with the fact that it is what it is. The algorithm sometimes is kind of programmed to just ignore you for a very long time. And one day, it's going to suddenly turn around and say, look, I have been noticing you all the while, and now is the time, to begin to give your videos, the impression that it deserves. This is what it is. But honestly speaking, I feel like it's a very big demotivation for small content creators. And one thing I find a little bit, kind of funny is that sometimes you go all in, you make a video that you can safely refer to as a banger video, hoping that the video is going to get, traction. And for one reason, the video just gets, killed, doesn't get any impression. And because of that, it doesn't get any view. And that could be a major source of discouragement, for the creator, in this case, the small content creator. And if the big content creators are highlighting this problem, more and more, I really do think that YouTube is going to do something about it, because come to think of it, it is very counterproductive. YouTube as a platform has, asked us to go all out, make good quality content, make educative content, give the next person value, and people, believe me, content creators, are putting in the hours to really make sure that this is so. People are making very great content. Sometimes I see some channels that obviously is doing a very good thing, but for some funny reason, the channel stays stuck at 3 views, 10 views, 15 views, 17 views. And when you consider the amount of effort that these creators put into, crafting these videos, it is just so sad to see that this is going on. I don't know what the substitute for this kind of algorithm will be, but I feel like the algorithm can actually do a better job in identifying, kind of decoding what a particular content creator is talking about, and do a better job at pairing these videos with the right audience. I will really doubt if YouTube doesn't have this data, of every account that is on YouTube and the kind of videos that each of us tend to watch. They have this data, and if they are able to pair our interest with, whatever a content creator is making, I really do think that it will be a better way to give, small creators the chance to be heard, because right now the way it looks is that people are just turning out content, not knowing if it's going to perform or not. And sometimes this content takes like hours to create. When I see some editing, and I'm just like, man, are you telling me that this content creator actually edited this video, spending 15 hours, crafting one particular video, and for the video to just get, 20 views? Very demoralizing. It will take extra effort on the part of the creator to keep going. When you keep making videos, you've made videos, going into the hundreds, 200 videos, and all you keep getting is just 60 views. I'm not also saying that we all deserve to get views on YouTube, because it is what it is. At the end of the day, everybody's not going to get views, but I'm just saying that at least after a while, if the system sees consistency, sees dedication, sees performance on the part of the creator. Let's say a creator has made 50 videos, and one can really tell that this person is putting in a lot of effort to be heard or to be seen. I feel like the algorithm should give, these people a chance. A situation where a content creator keeps making video, it looks like just shouting into the void. The video comes, it gets about 10 impressions. I mean, I don't know how that works. And on the same topic, someone else makes a video that doesn't even go so in depth like what the small content creator has made. The video gets 100,000 views, and you begin to ask yourself, if there are 100,000 people waiting somewhere to watch this particular topic, why is it that if a small content creator makes the same topic, the same, concept, the same title, the video just gets 2 views? How is that even possible. And when I see things like this, sometimes, I mean, not now anymore, because long time ago, it used to make me really like kind of wonder and kind of question the whole process. But right now, I have come to terms with the fact that it is what it is. It is not only the views that would be something that we should take away from YouTube. The ability, to sit down, or the opportunity to sit down, speak to a camera, perfect your communication skills, perfect your ideation, how you can actually, speak and convey your what you call it, your ideas to the next person, is something that we should also appreciate. When I started making videos a long time ago, I wasn't able to do what I'm doing now. Right now, I stopped using script for as long as, I don't know, 2 years. And even then, sometimes I still get lost in the video. I'm going on the particular train of thought, and then from nowhere, I go elsewhere. And, the storytelling thing is still something that I'm trying to perfect. So being on YouTube is a good opportunity for me to, practice these skills, practice being better at talking, practice being better at conveying my ideas to the next person. I feel like this is also a very good benefit for me. So when I realized that, I stopped complaining about YouTube views. But before I could realize that, it took me well over 2 years of constantly grinding, constantly being frustrated, being disappointed at every video I uploaded, constantly being lost in, searching the analytics and just trying to figure out what could be the hack to the YouTube system. But ever since I realized that, look, there's actually no hack. You just have to keep doing what you are doing. And at some time in the future, the algorithm may finally find you worthy. I finally was able to get peace for myself and embrace the other benefits that I get from creating YouTube videos, which is giving me the opportunity to put in the reps, which is very, very important. You see, the reps could just be you trying to be better at speaking, but also if you speak to a camera and talk about your business, whatever you do, you also get more clarity. You see, I'm a reseller, and the moment I started talking more about reselling, I got more clarity. People asked me questions, I was able to answer them. And for some questions that I didn't know how to answer, I needed to now go back and check to see what, how to fix those kind of problems that were being asked in the questions. Typical question that would, kind of make me want to trip right now is when somebody starts to ask me, what do you need to open an eBay account, or what are the things that you need to do while opening an eBay account? I have forgotten, because it's been a long time since I did go through that process. I needed to change my address a few days ago. It was a lot of drama involved, but when I have the opportunity, to put myself out here and talk to you guys about reselling, and somebody somewhere get to ask me questions like this, it serves as a reminder for me to go back and see what the actual or the updated system or the situation is with the eBay platform or whatever platform I am actually, talking about. So there are a lot of benefits, even though sometimes when you look back, it won't be a bad thing if we could also get, views, which is kind of a confirmation to the fact that we are, doing something, putting out content that are being helpful to people on the other side. Getting views will also not be a bad thing, even though it's not the end of the game. It's just, one way to also monetize, the things that we are actually creating. But then it's what it is. If you are a small creator, you are trying to make things happen, you are grinding day and night, trying to, make it possible, trying to see to it that the algorithm finally notices you. Please, I want to tell you, keep doing the work you are doing. Definitely, there's going to be somebody on the other side that's going to appreciate it with a like, with a comment. That is enough motivation for you to keep going on. Do not be discouraged. It is what it is. Sometimes you have to just keep pushing, even when you do not feel like doing it. And the more you push, the more you get better, the more you begin to get more clarity on the topic that you are committed to talking about. These are the benefits that you should ultimately, fix your mind on. Do not be discouraged. Keep doing the good work you are doing. The algorithm is definitely going to notice us someday. And when it finally does, definitely we'll have many, many reasons, to celebrate, to rejoice, and to stay motivated. Until I see you again in the next video, peace out.